Hi, my name is Virgil Taylor. I'm a freelance artist, and I decided I wanted to build a dismembered zombie head. So I started with my sculpture. I just took a plastic skull and then I positioned it into the pose that I wanted. Once I got the correct pose, I started building up layers of monster clay. Once I got the base layer of that, I started carving in the details. Then I went in and did some small refinements to the sculpture. Once I was happy with the end result, I cleared it with crystal clear spray, making a sealing coat for the molding process. To make the mold, we're using Alumilite's high strength 2 silicone. We used a thixotropic additive in order to thicken it up for a proper brush coat. On alternating coats of the silicone, we used red dye so that we could see that we got complete coverage of the mold. Once we got the correct amount of layers on the mold, we used silicone keys so that when we make the mother mold, it will line up properly. For the mother mold, we built a mold box and used mold release on it. We then filled the box with foam. Once foam filled the mold box and cured, we cut the mold apart and pulled out the silicone glove. We then removed the original from the silicone glove and test fit the glove into the mother mold. Once everything fit, we put mold release into the silicone glove and put the mother mold back together using plastic wrap as a banding strap. We then decided to cast using a slush coat of Alumilite. Working the Alumilite around in the mold, making sure we got all the crevices and no air bubbles. We then backfilled it with 610 foam. Once the 610 foam cured, it was time to demold the zombie head. We pulled it out from the mother mold and the silicone glove, and it looks just like the original. After that, we cast a second head using only the 610 foam. As you can see, it's got a little more porosity than just using a slush coat of Alumilite, but it's still a good copy. Now I'm ready to paint my casting. I paint my casting using an airbrush and Createx airbrush paint. I just start building the layers of base coat colors and alternating colors of different rot and gore. Once I get all the detail colors airbrushed on there, I hand brush some other details in, add a little bit of blood paint as an end result. Now my head is complete. With the mold done, I can now do multiple copies of my zombie head and have my own undead army.